How does genomic microarray, CMA, testing work for families? Imagine uncovering tiny pieces of your genetic puzzle that could explain health issues or traits running in your family. That's what genomic microarray testing helps do. It's a powerful tool to find small changes in your DNA called copy number variations. These are tiny missing pieces or extra bits of DNA that can influence how your body develops or functions. Sometimes, these variations are linked to health conditions like developmental delays or autism. Other times, they are harmless family traits. The process starts with collecting a DNA sample, usually from a blood draw. Sometimes, a saliva sample or skin tissue might be used. The sample is sent to a lab where the DNA is carefully extracted and cleaned. Once purified, the DNA is labeled with a special fluorescent dye that makes it visible under a microscope. This step is important because it helps scientists see the DNA during testing. Next, the labeled DNA is placed onto a tiny chip called a microarray. This chip contains thousands or even millions of small DNA probes. These probes are like tiny sticky notes that match specific parts of your genome. When the DNA is applied to the chip, it binds or hybridizes to these probes. At the same time, a reference DNA sample from a healthy individual is also labeled with a different dye and applied to the chip for comparison. There are two main methods used in microarray testing. One is called single nucleotide polymorphism array. It looks at small genetic differences called single nucleotide polymorphisms across your genome. By measuring how much fluorescence is at each site, it can detect deletions or duplications. If a section of DNA is missing, the signal will be weaker. If there is an extra copy, the signal will be stronger. The other method is array comparative genomic hybridization. It compares your DNA directly to the reference DNA on the chip. Differences in the amount of DNA binding indicate deletions or duplications. The data from the chip is analyzed by special software that spots copy number variations. The results can show no significant changes, or they can reveal deletions or duplications that are linked to health conditions. Sometimes, variants are found in both a child and a parent, which can mean the variation is benign or inherited. Other times, the results are uncertain and need further interpretation by a genetic counselor. For families, this test offers a detailed view of small genetic changes that traditional karyotyping might miss. It helps identify the cause of health issues, guides medical decisions, and can predict the chance of passing on certain variations to future children. Genetic counselors are key in explaining what the results mean for your family and your health. In essence, microarray testing works by comparing your DNA to a reference, looking for tiny missing or extra pieces of DNA. It's a precise way to find genetic variations that could be behind health or developmental concerns. This makes it a valuable tool for families seeking answers about hereditary health and genetic conditions.